built into it. If you want to code, create a program, use computational thinking to solve any issues, it's all supported by Minecraft. In the game, when you press C, as I'm going to demonstrate in a second, Code Builder pops up. Once Code Builder pops up, you can start a new project and you can get coding. At this point, I'm going to get off my slides. Let's dive into the game and let's start some coding in Minecraft. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this into our Hour of Code world. This is actually included in Minecraft Education Edition. You will be able to play this by yourself. You can go into the library and download that world. It's going to show up under templates. When you go under templates, you'll notice we do have Hour of Code here. This is a pretty cool world that was built probably around September last year. If you remember anything going on in current events at that time, there were a lot of forest fires and just fires starting in general, especially in California, that were causing a lot of property damage, that were hurting natural environment. This program was designed to teach how coding can detect fires and help find solutions. So take a look at this world right now. Right now I'm at a fire station. I'm pretty far away from any forest fires yet. What I'm going to start doing is learning code on how to solve and detect early any fires that might be occurring while learning the basics of coding. You'll notice as I walk up here to that first scientist right here, I right click on them. They say, welcome to the research center. You will learn how we use AI and coding to prevent fires. Notice immersive reader is here if you need that read back to you. Press C to start coding. So the first thing I'm going to do is press C. Boom, I've launched that code. Notice I said agent moves forward by 3. It's really up to you how efficient you want to be. It's going to achieve the same objective in a different way. You got where you needed to, and we're moving on to our next step. I get sure, now we're going to start connecting this to the forest fires. We're going to work on analyzing that dry brush. Think about that. Not only are we learning coding, this narrative is helping keep that student engaged. One of the questions I think educators still struggle with is why are we using coding? It might be hard for students to grasp. By having a fun narrative in Hour of Code, we're keeping that student involved. We need to solve this fire issue. Let's work together with coding to see how we can do it. So as I talk to this firefighter, notice he mentions we're going to move forward and start analyzing that dry brush. We have a section on computer science. From computer science, the world I was just in was called the Hour of Code world. Once you go here, Hour of Code, AI for Good is the specific lesson plan. Notice we have a little description of it. You can click Create World. At that point, it will download for you. And you can experience all those basics. I'm going to show you one more really quick code. And I'm going to start talking about our next project and design thinking. I'm going to start a new world right now, if you bear with me. You don't have to do everything on Rails with the problem defined for you. Your students might come up with a problem. We have a house we've already built, or maybe we want to build a house with a code. All of that is available for you. When you press C and start a coding engine in a regular world, notice when you press C, it launches which code engine you want to use. I'm going to select Microsoft Make Code. After I select that, any projects I've built before are automatically saved on the top, and we have a bunch of tutorials available for you. Chicken Rain is probably one of my favorites. Once I select Chicken Rain and launch it live, notice you can actually...
The lamp. One thing you do have to keep in mind with redstone wire is the signal will get dimmer and dimmer and dimmer as it bends along the line. You'll need a repeater to boost that signal, and you can adjust the lever on the repeater to change how that signal pulses, so you can slow it down. So that's sort of the basics of Redstone right there. So I've got a automatic sliding door here that we're going to use for accessibility. So what we're going to do here is you can just step on this and it automatically opens. So you can't really see how that works, so I'm just going to quickly throw together an automatic sliding door here. So we're going to need a few different things to do that. We're going to need a redstone torch. Tools out there, but it takes a long time to wade through all the different examples that are out there. So this really cut that down, and people can come in and access this and see things quite quickly. Another sort of solution here that I added was rails. So the idea was that if you were in need of accessibility to this building, instead of climbing up the front stairs, you could take a rail directly into the museum in the basement. And it comes in here. And this is powered rail. So again, you can toggle it on and off with a switch. Place a minecart down. Just come over here, and this will give me a minecart. And we can place it down here. Climb aboard, toggle it on, and it'll push you out of the building. So, Mark, did you have anything else to add there? I think we want to talk about NPCs very briefly. Is there anything else you wanted to mention?
I would love to just go over NPCs, and NPCs by themselves, just to be clear for the audience, they would be creating a character, and what Dan's going to show you is how you can A, create a narrative in your world, or B, you can send them anywhere else, link them to a file, for example. You can send them to a Microsoft Office online document. So again, just bringing everything together into Minecraft. I know that doesn't have a direct STEM or coding connection, but I think it would be valuable because we have a couple minutes, Dan.
Okay, so an NPC is a non-player character. So we can do a couple of things.
Number one, it will walk you through everything we've already talked about yesterday. How do I install Minecraft? Step one. Fantastic. Number two, what we did earlier today. Talk about that hour of code lesson. You'll notice you can watch a video introduction on it. Step by step, it explains what the mission is, what it was inspired by. If you need any help with that, setting it up, all those resources are there. Now, once you've introduced the concept of coding in your classroom, you might struggle with where to go next. Okay, we did our hour of code. What now? Because the hour of code is really simple. It's really fast. It's really engaging. We all have an hour to do that. Well, we need to build this so it's not only an hour a year, but it's much, much more. We give you lesson plans through our coding toolkit over here. And if you do click on that, you can find more resources. And the full lesson plan for that. And we have all the lessons and resources are here. If you want to download a curriculum from code.org, we have a lot of resources there available for you. And how can we teach coding with Minecraft? Again, step by step. We have a computer science subject kit. We want to go over everything that Dan explained with what Redstone is and how it can set up circuits. Notice we have an energy transfer lesson designed for you. We have a lesson on forces designed as well, using those minecarts to actually push things. There's some cool stuff there. Really invite you to explore that. And I believe we're going to drop that link as part of our resources for this session. Something you might want to do that I strongly suggest is, I know every single webinar we talk about the Microsoft education community, we do have a course there. Just focused on building blocks. Building blocks of code. One over here, which is a